All right, let's try this again. All right, so issue there with the camera being backwards. Game is right at 3 minutes in. Everything is up and running though. So let's get this going and let's see what happens here with this final. Let's see what Miami does with this. If they are able to do anything, or if Nashville is able to kind of continue their streak of beating the crap out of bigger teams. And again, of course, Spacely has to come up and say, "Hey," as soon as the stream starts. So yeah, awesome. Nice, Spacely. So let's see. I think Nashville's going to be very dangerous today. I think they're going to have many opportunities to break that back line. Spacely, you can't come up right now, big boy. There. Your spot's right there. You go right there. Oh yeah, let me turn down the volume so that way I don't get hit for any kind of copyright. Some good pressure here from Nashville on the ball, doing their best to not allow Miami much time. Messi crosses all the way up to Taylor, got some space. Oh, it's to Alba. Good run of play there. Good pass from Messi there. Nashville's building out of the back. And this is where Nashville is going to be really good tonight, I think. They're going to have to really do a lot with these counters. Thank you, big boy. Mukhtar's got to have a good night tonight. Cross in from Shaq Moore to Nashville into Miami's box. It's in. Over to Mukhtar. He gets it into the box, but Miami gets it out. Good run of play there from Nashville. Yeah, that's definitely dangerous play there from Nashville. But in some of the other games, the teams came out early. They had early chances against Miami. They didn't close down those chances. So let's see if Nashville gets a few more and if they're able to close down those chances. Oh, Nashville up this left-hand side. Really good pass. Some space. Get the ball into the box from Nashville. Over to Surridge. Miller gets it out. Oh, it was offsides for Nashville. Again, though, really good play from Nashville, utilizing those wide wings. They've got some good space and some good pace over there. Just nobody right there in the center of the box. It couldn't get through the 5 Miami defenders. It's going to be interesting to see how Surridge does tonight because I guess this is his first start with Nashville. He's been a super sub so far the past few games. He's come on and made a difference. He scored some goals. But let's see what he does with this start. Nashville holding on to possession, kind of spreading it out in the back. Oh, breaking the back line. Fafat's got space. Oh, Calendar's way off of his line, but he heads it out of there. And he had to make contact with it. If he didn't, Fafat had that. He had an open net. Man, that was a really good run there. Fafat, he had broken the back line of Miami. Calendar, he just did a great job reading that, coming out of his box and heading it out of there. Oh. Keeps trying to get up on the sofa and then he slides right off. Nashville's definitely been aggressive with their press on the ball, putting a lot of pressure on Miami so far. Thank you, Spacely. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, bud. Miami's going to watch that, though. Nashville's got a really, really good game plan, I think, of breaking that back line. They've got the speed. They've got the pace. Messi on the ball. Ooh, Messi tries to break, I think, Alba free. Thank you, big boy. Thank you for breathing right in my face. Messi's had to come back a little bit deeper in the field so far. Nashville's done a good job of keeping him quiet for the most part. He's had some good passes, but not a lot of impact so far. Thank you, Spacely. Thank you. Busquets on the ball, taking note of the field. It's going to be a good chess game for Busquets. It's like literally right in my face. Literally right in my face. Oh my goodness. He just really big boy. Thank you. Thank you. I swear that it's literally as soon as I sit down to do these. Why are you licking the back of my head? Miami's has the ball. They're in Nashville, just slowly being patient again. They're looking for their space. They're not forcing anything. But Nashville's doing a good job so far of kind of keeping those lanes closed down for them, so it does make it more difficult. Busquets right around midfield. Again, he's measuring up the entire field, but Nashville's not a lot of opportunities there for him. Busquets on the ball again. Over to Messi, back to Busquets. Now they're on this close side of the field with Yedlin. But again from Nashville forces Miami to pass the ball back. Messi tries to free up space over on the far side for Alba, but it goes out for Nashville throw. Really good play right now from Nashville. They're looking really solid. They're not a lot of gaps, anything like that. So they're coming out pretty nicely. Do you mind space leaving? I'm just going to sit behind his head, and then we'll just pretend like it's him talking. He's the one doing the live watch along. That may be more entertaining. Alba on the ball. A lot of pressure from Nashville. They intercept a pass. Yeah, go ahead and just lay down. Just there you go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy on the ball. Over to Mukhtar. Now Mukhtar's pulling back quite a bit in the field of play to try and get involved a little bit more. Yeah, this is a really good chess match right now. Total passes, Nashville 33, Miami 107. So that kind of shows the game plan here. Nashville are just going to kind of hunker down and wait for their counterattack opportunities. Kramaski intercepts a pass. Over to Messi. Tries to get it back to Kramaski, but it's just a little too heavy. Nashville get it back to their keeper, Panico. Godoy brings it down. Back to Panico, the keeper. Kristoff battles for the ball for Miami. Now he's pushing forward. Slows it down and gets it over to Jordi Alba, who's got tons of space on that far side. Oh, he tries to take one-on-one, but he gets stopped. Now Shaq Moore has the ball on that far side. Good space there from Alba, though. Miami did a good job remaining patient, trying to spread it out a little bit, creating those spaces. I think this game is going to definitely be a second half game. Feels like in this first half, they're kind of sizing each other up in a lot of ways. They're very much like, all right, how are you going to play this game? And I think in the second half, we're going to see a lot more fireworks. And maybe even just later in this first half as they kind of get that in there. But they're definitely feels like they're sitting back kind of and just studying the other team at this point. Nashville get the ball off Miami. Mukhtar's pushing forward. Gets the ball out to Serge on this left-hand side. Mukhtar's still on the ground. Miami get the ball back in their box. Good defense, but it doesn't get far. Fafa has it. Good unabated cross straight in. But he gets headed out, but not very far. Shaq Moore on the ball. Takes a shot, and he goes out wide. Shaq Moore with the shot from distance. Not a bad shot, though. It just went wide on that one, but pretty good shot there from Shaq Moore. Yeah, really good shot there from him. He had good power on it. He didn't necessarily like slice it, but it didn't get the bend on it that I think he was looking for. Bent the wrong way. That's what. No, never mind. Miami on the ball, but deep in their final third of the pitch, actually. Oh, Yedlin just for a throw. Again, Nashville just kind of putting pressure on the ball, not allowing a lot of space and time for Miami to find that pass, to find those lanes. Yeah, I think this is the slowest that Miami's actually scored. This is the longest they've remained at 0 since Messi has joined the team, since he started a game. So that's saying a lot for what Nashville's being able to accomplish at this point. And right now, Nashville's got a good little string of position building at the moment. I would like to see them do a little bit more with their jersey, kind of like the Mexican national team has the Aztec design on their jersey. I'd like to see Nashville do something like that with instruments. Mukhtar now in Miami's box, pushing forward. Arroyo comes over and just sticks a toe in, gets that ball out. Yeah, I'd love to see Nashville do it like a pencil-like design on their kits, similar to the Mexican national jersey. Man, we got a good game going right now, man. This is a really good game at this point. Miami got the ball back, started pushing up the side with Kramaski, but Nashville came back and got it out from behind him. So really evenly matched as we finish up 15 minutes, and it's now 15-15 into the game. So into the 16th minute, and this has been a really evenly matched game. Nashville kind of being patient, just like Miami, being very patient on the ball. Now Miami's starting to put a little more pressure on the ball here. Even Messi putting some pressure on the ball. But Nashville do get it up to Mukhtar now, then over to Shaq Moore on that far right-hand side. Shaq Moore gets it into Mukhtar in the box, and it goes out for a corner. Goes out for a Nashville corner here. And that's what it seems like Nashville was kind of waiting on. As soon as Miami began to push forward, put some pressure on the ball, then Nashville was able to find some space there for Mukhtar in the middle of the pitch, and did a really good job of getting the ball to him. Miami need to be careful on that. So here we go. We got a corner, first corner of the match. What can Nashville do with it? Definitely, if you're a Miami fan, you want them to make sure that they've got Zimmerman marked on this. Zimmerman's absolutely going to be the target man on this one. All right, Nashville put it in. Gets into the box. Oh, and it just gets punched out by the Calendar. Doesn't fall far. Fafog ends up getting it in, but Alba blocks it out for a Nashville throw-in. Good job there from Calendar. Just getting enough contact on it to really just to throw that header out of whack and prevent it from getting onto target. So Calendar again stepping up. And that really smart play early on where he came off his line, was able to head the ball away. Here he made some good contact to it as well. So throw in for Nashville. Going for a long throw in straight into the box. And it does make contact. Oh, Calendar comes up with the stop. Zimmerman almost is able to head that into the back of the net, but it bounces off the ground and goes straight to Calendar. But really, really good play there. Good job from Calendar for not committing too soon on that one. And a good header there from Zimmerman as well. Just wasn't quite over to the corner enough, a little too into the center of the net. He needed to kind of get it into one of the corners. I think Calendar's been one of the unspoken heroes for Miami's team so far. They've had a couple of chances and some times where they may have lost those games had it not been for Calendar stepping up and making some crucial saves. Miami on the ball again. Arroyo got some space on the left. Oh, he gets it up to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba would have been able to stop that ball from going out, but he chose to let it go out. Let his Miami teammates catch up. Smart play there. I think most players would have actually got that ball and kept running, but there wouldn't have been any chances for him in the box. There was nobody there. So smart play from Alba. Busquets with the ball in the middle of the pitch. Over to Kristoff. Kristoff gets it up to Kramaski. Kramaski closed down by 3 Nashville players. They get it out. They almost break Surridge free. Kristoff stepped up again with a header. Kristoff has had a really good couple of games. I would say the first 2 games that since when Messi and co kind of joined, Kristoff was meh. And before that, he wasn't very good at all. But these last 2 games, he's really stepped up. He's had some great moments. He had, I think, 2 assists in the last game. He at least set up the goals. So he's had a couple of really good games. All right, Miami trying to look for that space again, building out of the back. Nashville doing a really good job, though, of kind of keeping those lanes closed. There's not a lot of choices for where Miami can send the ball. But they do find some space for Kramaski. Close down fast, gets all the way back to Busquets at midfield. Royal's got some space now. Messi on the ball. Gets it up to Taylor, who gets it out to Arroyo. Taylor has the ball right outside the box. He shoots. Oh, and what a stop from Panico. Panico coming up big for Nashville. And great shot from Robert Taylor. I think that looked identical to one of his goals that he got earlier in this cup. Cuts it in on his right foot, and he just buries it towards the backside of the net. That time, though, Panico was ready for it, and he was able to get it. Great stop there from Panico. All right, throw in here for Nashville. I'm wondering why Panico wears the rugby helmet. I'm going to have to look that up. Nashville taking their time with this throw in. They finally get it in. They're able to cross it over to the other side of the pitch. Shaq Moore with some space. Pulls it back to Godoy. Brings it back over to this side. Up to Fafa in the box. Yeah, Kristoff blocks it out, and Calendar comes up and gets possession. Cruz Azul. So it was that very first game. The announcers just said it's almost the exact same as the goal he scored against Cruz Azul. Beautiful attempt there from Robert Taylor. All right, Miami on possession again. Building out of the back, slow and steady wins the race is the mentality it looks like tonight. Alba gets the ball up to Taylor. Taylor gets it over to Martinez. Martinez gets it over the top to Taylor again. Taylor tries to clear for Kramaski. It's on Messi, right outside the box. Messi shoots, and it's in for Messi in the 23rd minute. Messi with the break the deadlock. Wow. I think Messi has touched the ball a total of 15 times in this game, and he just breaks the deadlock right as the clock strikes 23. Messi bringing Miami to a 1-0 lead. Great job. Great combination as well there from the other teammates. Building up. Martinez over the top to Taylor, and that run from Taylor was absolutely great. And then Messi, as he does, he's always following up that play, ready to get those second helpings, essentially. Zimmerman can't stop him, tries to get a boot in the way. Messi does a little flick around, and it's buried into the back of the net. Messi doing Messi things. That is absolutely crazy. And Miami go up 1-0. They've been building on it. Nashville had more shots than Miami did, but Miami's run of play, they were building up to something like this. That is 10 goals in 7 games for Lionel Messi. That's insane. Now are Nashville are they going to come back with a fighting spirit here? They're going to come back and they're going to get something quickly. They've got to get more from Mukhtar. They've got to get more from Surridge here. Godoy has been fairly quiet. He hasn't been able to do a lot either, and I know that he can be very creative. Same with Fafa. He hasn't done a lot either this game. So they need a couple of their players to really kind of step up here. And they've got to do something about getting more possession. If Nashville can't hold more possession, it's going to be a very long game for them because Miami will just be meticulous and just break them apart every 20 minutes. So what can Nashville do here? They just missed a run from Mukhtar. Mukhtar was breaking the back line in the center. They missed him. They didn't get the ball out to him. So let's see what they can do. All right, some good space here on this close side, this left side for Nashville. Over to Mukhtar, the center of the pitch. Miami, it looked like Miami may have fouled him, but they didn't. Over to Shaq Moore, who crosses it in. Oh, Yedlin tries to head it out, but it just goes to Fafa. Crosses it back in. Taylor is there from Miami. It comes out. Martinez tries to draw the foul. Foul goes Nashville's way, and they put that free kick back in immediately. Fafa tries to break the back line. Yedlin gets it out of there. Falls to Godoy in the center of the pitch. Nashville are doing really good here. Shaq Moore now on that far side, that right-hand side. Plenty of space. Get it inside. Foul from Nashville. Free kick Miami right outside their box. Jordi Alba using his experience on that one, knowing exactly how to draw that foul. They're showing a replay of the Messi goal. It's really crazy because when he shoots that ball, it literally goes through a V between two men's legs, and that V is just barely bigger than the ball. There's no room for error in that shot. The anticipation of how much space will be there by the time the ball gets there, it's absolutely insane. All right, Calendar puts the ball back in play for Miami. Falls over to Martinez, who thinks he gets fouled, but the ref doesn't think so. Kristoff steals the ball off of Nashville. Again, doing well. Spins, maintains some possession there. Kristoff again, man. He's having a really good game. Miami with the ball still around midfield. Up to Messi. Messi's got a little bit of space. He has to slow it down, though. Messi still on the ball. I tried to get it over Kramaski, but Fafa blocks it out, and it ends up going like 35 yards out for a corner kick for Miami. So let's see what Miami can do with this corner. They survived that first 5 minutes after the goal. Usually that can be a really it can be a dangerous time after you score. That first 5 minutes can be pretty dangerous. Nashville didn't really look dangerous during that time. So it's tough to see Nashville doing a lot if they can't, I don't know, if they can't get that final touch. Messi puts the corner in. Oh, and it falls to Kristoff, but I don't think he was expecting it. Alba gets it all the way back to Calendar to avoid a counter. Yeah, I don't think Kristoff was expecting that ball to make it to him. All right, Alba's on this side of the pitch now. Okay, he's making his way back over to his side. All right, Nashville on the ball now. See what Nashville can do. Godoy on the ball, middle of the pitch. A lot of back passes from Nashville. Nashville remaining patient, but they got to get something on the goal here on the scoreboard here soon, because you can't expect Miami to only score this one goal. They've shown they're gonna score multiple goals in games. So they've got to know that they have to score here. They can't let the clock just kind of keep going without getting something on the scoreboard. Nashville pushing forward now on the right-hand side. Shaq Moore on the ball. He crosses it in. Mukhtar almost gets there. Calendar comes out and grabs the ball. Good movement again, though, on that far side. They've got to do more with that. If Nashville want to do something, I feel like they're going to have to do a lot more on the far side. They're going to have to continue to push. They've had some good spaces, but I don't know. They've got a lot of focus still going through the center of the pitch, and Miami's doing a good job of closing a lot of that down. Kristoff to Kramaski. Kramaski to Messi. Goes all the way over to Arroyo. Arroyo on the ball. Miami still being very patient. They're just kind of reading the field. Not really pressing too hard, not forcing anything at all. Letting Nashville come to them. But Nashville are still doing a good job kind of keeping it in a spot where it almost has to be that way. Arroyo on the ball. Nashville still putting a lot of pressure on the ball. Ball falls to Kramaski. Yedlin, bomb right-hand side. Kramaski goes into Martinez. Martinez gets it out to Alba. Messi on the ball. Messi over the top to Alba. Alba heads it back. He tries to get it to Messi, but Messi wasn't following up too quickly on that one. Good 50-50 ball there. Godoy and Kramaski. Falls to Kristoff for Miami, though. Taylor on the ball. Into Busquets. Yeah, Miami's just not going to force anything if it's not there. They're not Yeah, they're not forcing anything. Fall blocks Yedlin's pass though. Ball goes over to Surridge. Nashville have a good opportunity here to do something. They get it back over here to Fafa on this left hand side. Falls to Surridge. Lovitz goes in for a corner, goes down, and it's out for a corner. Great job there from Miller from Miami. Very good play there from Nashville. They need a lot more of that. This is one of the first times where they look like they may have actually done something. Very good movement there. Had a good numbers there in the box. And all stems from a Yedlin mistake on that one. Oh, it actually goes off of Miller's head. Oh man. A Nashville player literally headed it down and directly come on Miller's head. Right time, like literally right place, right time. Oh man, we got Jordi Alba on the ground. Looks like he's getting his head looked at. All right, he looks all right. All right, we're getting ready for Nashville corner here. Can they get it on the head of Surridge or of Zimmerman? Mukhtar getting ready to put it in. Alba taking his ever loving time getting off the pitch. All right. Mukhtar about ready to send it in. There goes the whistle. So now he puts it into the box. Kristoff heads it out of the box, falls out to Shaq Moore. Shaq Moore gets it all the way back to his keeper. I don't know if he really needed to necessarily get it all the way back to the keeper, but Nashville do maintain possession on this ball. Oh, Nashville back on the ball. They try to draw a penalty here. Ref doesn't look like he's going to call it. Looks like he was yelling at the Nashville player to get up. And it's going to be a throw in for Nashville. That should have been a card for simulation there. He was looking for that foul. A little too easy, says the commentator. Yeah, okay. Throw-in doesn't work for Nashville, though, and now Miami are moving up. Jordi Alba on the ball. Messi now on the ball in midfield with tons of space. Not a lot of pressure on him, but his lanes are all closed down, so he pulls it back to Busquets. And yeah, Miami are very content to just kind of stand there with the ball at their feet. Panico tries to clear the ball out and just slices it. Ends up going out for a goal kick. Oh my goodness, that was a Panico for Nashville. He's had some really questionable moments tonight with his distribution of the ball, trying to clear it. He has sliced it a few times. All right, Nashville ball. And they're still sticking to their game plan, still slowly building out of the back. Oh, they try to back pass and it goes all the way out for a Miami throw in now. Not far from the Nashville box. That's definitely a mistake there from Nashville. The pace on this game seemed to be a little bit slower than some of the other games. But I still expect this to be a second half banger. Yedlin looks like he gets fouled, but they're going to call the foul against Yedlin on that one. Yedlin kind of gets closed in by two different Nashville players. Almost looked more like a Nashville foul, but, it is what it is. Nashville back on the ball. There's only been 6 fouls in this game, which is actually pretty amazing, considering we are 38 and a half minutes into this game. I think, though, that shows how slow-paced this game really has been. There really hasn't been a lot of fouls because it's been kind of slower paced. Shaq Moore now pushing up the right-hand side, that far side of the pitch. Lovett's on the ball. He tries to cross it in, but it goes out for a Nashville corner. Nashville corner here. As we cross over 39 minutes into this first half. Mukhtar getting ready to send it in. What can Nashville do with this opportunity? Mukhtar puts it in. Calendar a hand punches that ball out. Alba was trying to get that break on, but Taylor just could not get to it in time. Shaq Moore had too much pace for him. Nashville still have the ball. Godoy crosses it into the box. Mukhtar heads it back in. Oh, Surge almost gets it on target, but Miami is able to get it out of there late. Arroyo comes in and heads that thing out. Good combination play there. Good pass into the box for Mukhtar. And then for Mukhtar to kind of pop that back up and put perfect placement on it for Surge. Really good run of play there from Nashville. They need a lot more of that. And there really haven't been many good opportunities for Miami since they scored. So Nashville have done a good job kind of hunkering down, not letting that goal kind of cause them to panic. They've done a good job kind of remaining calm in the second half, or in this first half. The second half of the first half is what I was trying to say. All right, we got about 4 minutes left in regular time before the stoppage time. And again, Miami are very content right now to just kind of slowly build up the play from their back. Arroyo on the ball, pushing forward. Gets it over to Busquets. Over to Alba. They try to get it to Martinez, but it gets by him. Martinez, again, is not having a good game. He came out and he scored at the 3rd minute of that last game, but this is another one where he really hasn't done a lot. He hasn't impacted this game much. Messi on the ball, pushing forward. Good little run there. Pulls it back, gets it to Busquets in the middle of the pitch. Zimmerman gets the ball off of Taylor's feet. Nashville get the ball back. Ball ends up falling down to the feet of Nashville's keeper, Panico. All right, what can Nashville do here? We got a little less than 3 minutes before stoppage time in this first half. Can they get something back before we go in for the half? They've had a couple of decent opportunities with some of these crosses in. but their final touches haven't been too dangerous. I think they've had like one dangerous opportunity, but that's been about it. The buildup has been great, but their final touch really hasn't looked that dangerous from Nashville. But again, they're pushing up this right-hand side. Oh, Shaq Moore had some space, but he didn't follow through on his run. Ends up falling back to Miami's feet. So 61% possession for Miami, and it certainly feels like it. Miami are going to be quite content, I feel like, with going in with at 1-0. So Calendar tries to cut Kramaski free, but Kramaski's just not able to get there. Taylor gets the ball from Shaq Moore and their side of the pitch. Ball comes to Messi. Oh, Messi tries to do an extra touch to Arroyo. Looked like Nashville fouled Arroyo on that one, but no call there from the ref. He didn't think so. Oh, Kramaski does a really good job there to get in front of Godoy and slow down a counter from Nashville. And again, Shaq Moore has some space on that far side of the pitch. Surge on the ball. He's got some space. Gets it back to Shaq Moore. Shaq Moore gets a cross in. Mukhtar couldn't quite get good positioning on it. Comes out to Miami. Messi on the ball. Kristoff sends the ball forward. Jordi Alba does really well to be able to get to that ball. Creates a little bit of space, pushing the defender back. Maintains possession. Jordi Alba showing some really great skill there, showing why he's world-renowned. Smart veteran play. 1 minute of stoppage time, and we are into that minute right now. And it looks like Miami, they're going to be quite content, but they may be able to build up one more opportunity here. Messi on the ball. He's pushing forward, but man, Fafa comes from behind in a great slide tackle to get that ball off of Messi's feet. But Godoy goes to kick it forward and slices it out for a Miami throw. Fafa, man. Fafa's over here like yelling at Godoy. But yeah, Fafa with a great, perfect timing tackle there on Lionel Messi. All right, Yedlin with the throw. And that's first half. So we didn't even get a full 1 minute of stoppage time. So this game right now is it's made different by a Lionel Messi amazing goal. Maybe not amazing, but damn nice goal. So I think overall, even though possession has been incredibly skewed for Miami, I think this game has been very evenly matched actually in this first half. Nashville have done a great job of closing down much of the space for Miami. There's not a lot of places for even Busquets to put these balls. They're doing really good job of keeping their players marked, keeping the passing lanes blocked, and Miami are doing the same thing. They're doing a really good job of making sure that they are stepping up in that last moment. And when they are missing out, they're getting lucky because Nashville, they haven't had that clean final touch yet. I think they've challenged Calendar on a real challenge like once. So I think overall it's been an evenly matched game. Nashville just need their stars, their Mukhtar, their Surridge to really step up here in the second half and be lethal in that final third. They need Mukhtar and they need Surridge to have that killer ending. And if those players aren't going to do it, they've got to find Zimmerman on these corner kicks that they've been getting. Zimmerman's the main contact. He's a beast in MLS when it comes to these free kicks and corner kicks. So they've got to do a better job at doing that. But they've done a very good job defensively at keeping Miami quiet for most of this game. It's Lionel Messi, so I mean, there's only so much you can do. He's gonna, again, that shot, he placed a ball through a gap that wasn't much bigger than the ball. So it doesn't take much for him to be able to step up. So Nashville, they've got to do something. They've got to get something from their star players in the second half. So before we kind of move on with the second half, though, I'm gonna go ahead and let my dogs out before it gets too dark and the Sonoran toads start coming out. So I will be right back in just a minute. You care about a clean future, and so do we. All right. So no Sonoran Toads tonight. That's always a good thing. Always a good thing. So yeah, I said earlier in the game that I think this is going to be a second half banger of a game. Felt like in the first half, both teams were kind of studying the other team, kind of not wanting to necessarily come out and just blow the pants off of them. Felt like they were coming out a little more strategically, holding on a little bit. I'm interested to see if Nashville's game plan changes in the second half. They seemed very content to let Miami kind of do their thing, to kind of let the back line of Miami pass the ball back and so it'll be interesting to see if they change that game plan a little bit and they continue to put pressure on the ball. When they put pressure on the ball, Miami, they gave the ball up a number of times. So it'll be interesting to see if Nashville are able, if they do that, if they change up their game plan to incorporate that a little bit more. I do think they have a very strong chance of winning this game, though. They can absolutely come back and win this game. In general, their defense has been very, very solid. And Panico is a great keeper. So it's they have still a very good chance of coming back. They're only down one. So I'm excited for the second half. But they do need to come out strong. That's absolutely key for Nashville right now. If they want to do anything in this second half, they have to come out strong. Feel like they need to get something on the board quickly. And they most certainly cannot concede a goal. At least, like if they concede a goal right out of the bat, then it's going to be one hell of a second half. But if they do, I don't see them coming back. Barring Miami's defense playing like they had been playing pre-Messi. If that ends up happening, and Kristoff kind of reverts back to his old ways. We see Miller being more how he is in some like the CONCACAF games when he's playing for Canada. And Yedlin, we all know, Yedlin, he has his moments where he can do really good combination plays, got great pace, but then defensively, he gives the ball back a lot. He does a lot of back passing. So are Nashville going to be able to take advantage of that in the second half? And yeah, that's what the commentators are kind of saying right now is that next goal is key. Who gets this next goal? Does Nashville needs to make sure that it's them? And yeah, that's what I was saying before the bathroom break. Modu was just kind of saying there, Nashville need to do a little bit more to kind of push forward. They need more from their key players. They need their key players to push forward more and to be more lethal in that final third. There's just there just hasn't been that lethalness in the play in the final third for Nashville. But people say that defense and MLS isn't very good. I think that right now Nashville is giving defense in the MLS a good name. Their show so far, they've been showing very well for themselves in this first half. So I think that they're showing people that were saying that defense is bad in the MLS. I think they're showing that, yeah, there's definitely teams that are really bad at defense, but not all of them. And it allows for games like this. So that way, when those goals do creep through, you're like, oh,